And so for me, it raises the question in my head of, are we as guitar players trying to master the instrument and be musicians? Or are we trying to be masters at just mastering the best open palm mute chug? So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name's Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and I sincerely love making these kinds of videos. The news stories, the hot topics, the the taboo subjects of the relevant times in the guitar world, because they're really fun and engaging, and they really just strike up a conversation indirectly with my viewers and our comment section down below. You know what I mean? And as of late, the latest drama fest and news story is the EVH Iconic, dare I say, press release or video release showcasing the tones and the sounds and the sonic goodness, or maybe lack thereof, of the brand new EVH Iconic guitar amp. So let me catch up to speed and then we'll dive in and I'll give you guys my thoughts, alright? So just in case you guys are unfamiliar with what's going on, EVH released the Iconic series maybe a week and a half ago at the time of this filming, okay? And these were available for pre-order for quite some time, maybe late spring, early summer, give or take. And there was a lot of skepticism and a lot of speculation and a lot of scratching of the heads of what are these things going to sound like when they're released? So fast forward from May till December, the EVH Gear YouTube channel put out, like I said, a press release, the initial marketing push of the amp, and people were very heated about how it sounded in said YouTube video. And that stirred up a whole bunch of controversy, a whole bunch of negativity on the internet, and honestly, man, it kind of just bummed me out, you know what I mean? It really did, and it inspired me enough to make this video and give my thoughts and just unpack what's happened in the last, week and a half, 2 weeks, and just like I said, just strike up a conversation with you guys, alright? Alright, now before I start talking and before I start rambling, one thing I want to point out is I love our comment section. We always have a nice, genuine, dare I say, cordial discussion down below in the comments, and I love that you guys interact with me down below in the comment section. So if you guys want to put your thoughts down below, I'll be sure to meet you down below in the comment section. And at the end of the day, man, what we're talking about ain't too serious, you know what I mean? We're just talking about guitar tones and guitar gear. And in the grand scheme of things in the world, this ain't too serious, you know what I mean? This is all in good fun. And but regardless, I love how we always have a nice interaction and discussion down below. So if you want to play along, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll meet you down there. So I was very skeptical and very, hesitant, I'm not going to lie, when I first heard the pre-order, release in May, we'll say. Two things. One, there wasn't a lot of preamp tubes, and two, the price point. Now, I'm not an amp builder, I'm not an amp designer, I'm not an engineer. I barely know what I'm doing just in everyday life, right? But, I was skeptical in the sense that, I know enough, well, I know a decent amount, I should say, that, they're obviously trying to cut corners somewhere along the lines to, keep the cost down and make it affordable for the masses. And, that's not a bad thing, but at the end of the day, I was allowed to be skeptical, and, rightfully so. A lot of people were as well, right? So I was skeptical, as were a lot of people, and we were just like, well, we'll wait and see what happens, right? So fast forward to December, about December 15th or something like that, the EVH Gear channel put out the video, and I don't know who the gentleman was. It kind of looks like Sean Kinney's brother, but that dude was ripping on an EVH guitar and the EVH Iconic half stack. And oh my God, was he killing it in terms of just playing his butt off, dude. It was insane to watch. And yeah, he was just shredding and just killing it. And my honest, genuine reaction when I first saw the video, I honestly was like, okay, it sounds like every single EVH related press release, video release that I've ever heard, where some guy who's playing just EVH style guitar, absolutely ripping and blowing my doors off on the guitar, you know what I mean? And I didn't even really, I don't know, it sounded like how I thought it was going to sound, you know what I mean? Just a lot of gain, a lot of lead, a lot of widdlies, a lot of shredding, this, that, and the third. And so I watched it and I was like, all right, it's literally how every EVH video sounds, you know what I mean? And so I went down below in the comments, and oh my God, were people just ripping this amplifier apart. In said press release video, a lot of people were saying that it sounded very fizzy, sounded very solid state sounding, you know, whatever that means. Long story short, man, people were just really complaining about the high gain structure and just how it just sounded very fizzy and didn't have a lot of post-processing it to make it sound a certain way. And upon reading these comments, I could certainly agree with what people were saying. So I watched the video, I saw it, I was like, okay, that does nothing for me because that's not my style. That's a bunch of 80s shred lead playing, EVH lead playing that I can't do, nor do I really enjoy creating myself. And then upon going into the comment section, I was like, wow, people are really mad at this. That's not good. So after reading the comments and seeing how there wasn't a lot of likes on the video, you know, the YouTube like to dislike ratio is gone, but if it was still there, this video certainly would have been ratioed in a negative way. But apart from that, then I started to do my own research and seeing a lot of negative videos put out on YouTube and on the internet. And, you know, people are certainly entitled to their opinions, but, you know, one individual in particular puts out a decent amount of negative videos, and he was putting out a negative video about this EVH video as a reaction. And hey, you know, you can't fault anybody, you know, for having an opinion, but I don't know, man, just at the end of the day, after seeing a lot of negativity over just one video and just like one guy just absolutely ripping it up, man, it really kind of just like confuses me and scratches my head, makes me scratch my head, excuse me. I don't know, man, let me put it this way. For $900, you get a big boy size amplifier with a noise gate, with like built-in reverb, with a cab sim, with like built-in boosts, like they call it the burn button or whatever, burn knob, whatever, but like built-in boost, built-in gain staging, I guess. I don't know, man, and like, just like all for like less than $1,000, man. That's a lot of amplifier for not a lot of money. Again, $900 is $900, but at the end of the day, man, just with the inflation and the price increasing on everything in the world, that's a lot of amplifier for $900, and it's literally half of the real deal, we'll call it, the real deal EVH amplifier 5153. So like, you're kind of getting the same amplifier for half the price, you know, within reason. And to see it just like absolutely just tank off, you know, off of one YouTube video really bums me out. Another reason why I think it bums me out is like it's the first product to come out since the legend's passing, right? And the first thing people are going to do is just automatically hate on it. It's like, why, dude? You know what I mean? Like, is it that bad, or is it just like not that good in one video? You know, in the video, the gain was, you know, certainly a little fizzy, but it wasn't dialed for like, you know, a Meshuggah sound or like a Whitechapel sound or, you know, like a old school, I don't know, Parkway Drive, Bring Me the Horizon Chug Fest. You know what I mean? Like it was gained up pretty good to give it, you know, a lot of saturation for the lead style of the video. And so like for people to just like automatically say, oh, nope, that's it. Just, you know, oh, that sucks. Nope, never getting it. It's just like, man, why, dude? Why? Why do we always have to just hate everything that comes out? It really just bums me out. And so for me, it raises the question in my head of, are we as guitar players trying to master the instrument and be musicians? Or are we trying to be masters at just mastering the best open palm mute chug? You know what I mean? Like, what are we trying to achieve here? You know what I mean? Like, are we trying to be, you know, just artists, or are we just trying to just make the best chug sound and just palm mute? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, like, how just one video can just automatically dismiss a product because it doesn't appeal to a certain demographic. And I really feel bad for the gentleman playing, like I said, Sean Kinney's brother, because like I said, he's just ripping, dude. He's just blowing everybody away, you know. One of the best guitar players on the internet, man. I mean, come on. That dude, I don't even know who that dude is, but he's just insane. And, you know, poor guy, he's just like absolutely ripping it up, and then people are just commenting on the tone in the video, and just, man, just bums me out. And so now, since that said video, a lot of my peers and a lot of people I look up to, and new channels that I've since found, have gotten their hands on the EVH Iconic, and have really dialed it in pretty good, man. You know, Fluff, my biggest inspiration, he's got one, and he even like did a 3-way shootout with the 3 of them, and in my opinion, I think the Iconic sounds the most scooped and not as mid-ranged full compared to like the EVH and the PV5150, but I kind of like that sound the most. It kind of like has the most high-end and like I said, like kind of the most scooped and the most metal sounding. So the way he had it dialed in, or just the way his sounded pretty good, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, just because one YouTube video of a guy shredding on it doesn't mean that that's the only way it can sound, you know what I mean? So Ola's got a video out there. channel, a guy named Kyle Bull, I think is his name. I think he's got one out there. Another good channel. But yeah, man, all my peers and all the people that I look up to, you know, doesn't matter how many subscribers they have, they've all got videos out there now, and you know, they're killing it, and I think it sounds great. And another thought that kind of spawns off of the original like pondering question of like, are we just getting really good at chugging? You know, an amplifier is a tool, man. At its core, it's literally just amplifying your signal, amplifying your message with the guitar. You know, it doesn't make you play like Eddie Van Halen. And it's funny, in the Musician's Friend write-up on the EVH Iconic, it says this won't make you tap like Eddie Van Halen, but it'll get you kind of in the right direction and steer you on the right path. And that's literally, you know, what I see an amplifier as, man. You know, it's up to you as the artist to paint the picture of what you're trying to create. And, you know, it's not going to just automatically, you know, just be an insane amplifier for everybody right out of the box. And so just the overall theme of this video that I'm making right here is just like, why do we always have to be so negative? Why is negativity always outweighing positivity, especially with a new product? You know what I mean? You know, in that video, yeah, the gain was a little bit fizzy, sure, absolutely. I could totally agree with that. But in my own honest opinion and reflection and reaction to that video, the guy's playing was just outshining and outweighing like the little nuances of the tone. The guy was just blowing everybody's doors off with just incredible shredding that, like, I don't know, I wasn't even really necessarily paying that much attention to the gain structure, because I don't know, man, you put that solo, that shredding in the context of a mix, all the little nuances are going to get buried anyway, and it's just his performance is going to, you know, outshine the tone anyway. So it's like, you know, I just don't understand why we got to be so negative and why we just got to hate on everything. Why do we hate? Why is everything just so hateful anymore, man? It's an amazing amplifier for $900, man, and the majority of the people commenting on that video didn't even play it yet, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of, just a bummer. That's just a bummer, and I just don't understand why we got to be so negative. And one final thing I'll say is I actually have an EVH Iconic en route, and it should be here within 2 days. So I'm excited about that, and I'll be able to further discuss my opinions and my reactions on the amplifier. And who knows, maybe it'll be absolutely terrible, but I really don't think so. But regardless, I just don't understand why the immediate reaction with everybody is to be so negative, especially when you're getting a lot of amplifier for not a lot of money in comparison to its competitors. So everybody, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think about my opinions, my thoughts, my reactions? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Why or why not? If you have played an EVH Iconic, what are you guys' thoughts on it? If you haven't played one, why are you not going to buy one? Is it because of the video, or are you just not into it? Leave all your thoughts down below. And what I love about our videos is we keep it cordial, so let's be sure to do that, all right? So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. I'll see you guys next time. Later.